Hey guys, and welcome back to Economics and Comics. So I'm super excited to bring you a new series. I don't know exactly what to call it yet, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to review either an old comic or a new comic, and then I'm going to grade it. And I'm going to try to teach you how to grade. So first I'm going to start by showing you the book, and then I'm going to talk about the story, and then I'm going to switch cameras and do an up-close and personal grading so that you guys can maybe learn how to grade. I've been doing it for probably 25 years. I'm getting pretty good at it. So in the comments below after this video, please let me know what you think about it. And the options that I could give you are, I can do an old book so you can get the story behind an old classic book, or I can do one new book where I have multiple copies to show you what a 9.8 looks like and what a 9.6 looks like, and possibly a 9.4. or, VF, or, whatever, and I can compare them. But for this first inaugural video, I am going to do one of my favorite books, The Amazing Spider-Man number 39, okay? Now, this is written by Stan Lee, okay? And it's the premiere work on Spider-Man by John Romita Sr., okay? So, also, in regard to Key, this is the first time Green Goblin learns Spider-Man's identity, and the first time Spider-Man learns the Green Goblin's identity. So it's a pretty super key. Not only that, but the cover's classic, and it's the beginning of John Romita's work on Spider-Man. So basically, the way this story goes is, it starts off with the Green Goblin just in his normal tirade of, oh, I'm going to get Spider-Man this time. This time for sure I'm going to get him. And then he has this plan to reveal Spider-Man's identity. And when he's fully crushed Spider-Man's life, then he'll destroy him. And so then it switches to Peter Parker, and he's kind of has the flu. And he goes to see the doctor, and the doctor says, you're fine, and here's some medicine. But your Aunt May, you got to calm it down with your Aunt May, because she just had surgery. And, you don't want anything bothering her, especially stuff in your life as well. So he's constantly thinking about that all the time. Oh, I don't want to bother Aunt May and bring my world into hers and all this stuff. Meanwhile, Goblin's figured out a plan. He's going to stage a kidnapping or hostage situation with a bunch of people, and what happens is Spider-Man goes there, and they're fighting. All these people are fighting Spider-Man, and they do this gas bomb, and what the gas bomb does is make it so his Spidey sense doesn't work, and the Goblin's watching from far away. And finally, when it's all over, Spider-Man leaves, but he doesn't know he's being followed. His spider sense doesn't work. Okay, so eventually, before he gets to the house, he's unmasked and everything, and Green Goblin learns that he's Peter Parker. So Peter Parker just keeps thinking, I want to get away from the home, because the Green Goblin's confronted him now. I want to get away from the home because I don't want Aunt May to be troubled and have any issues with her health. So basically, the Goblin gets Peter Parker and takes him to his lair, okay? And kind of Spider-Man lets him to get him away from the home. When he gets there, he's got Spider-Man tied up, and he says, well, since I know your identity, and I know you're not going to ever tell mine if I show you my identity, I'm going to go ahead and show you who I am. And that's when he shows him he's Norman Osborn. And, he unmasks. So this is the classic scene where they're both unmasked next to each other at the very end. Now, this story is really good. If you want to read a comic book from the Silver Age, this is a great story, however you get it. But I initially bought it because I love the cover. I have a bunch of little doodads with this same, little toys and statues and stuff of this same cover, because I love it, and I love Spider-Man, and I really love the Green Goblin. So now that I've done that, it's time to grade it. So I'm going to switch cameras. I'm going to get it all set up, and we're going to grade this book. It has some problems, but we're going to go ahead and grade it. And I hope you guys enjoy this new series, because I plan on doing it a lot. Every Thursday, there's going to be a new book, either new or old, and I'll tell you the story and we'll grade it, okay? So, give me a second, I'll set it up. Yeah! Okay, guys, this should be kind of interesting. I'm going to try different, as the series goes on, I'm going to try different angles and stuff like that. But for right now, we're going to do this one. This book is from 66. Let's see, August 66. So it's what is it? 34 plus 18, 52 years old. That's pretty old. I'm going to try to find the right lighting so you can see all the issues. We can go ahead and start off with the, well, there is you can see it here. There is a crease that comes all the way, you can kind of see it, I think, all the way down here. Let's see. There you go. There, that's better. There's a crease that goes all the way down the page. See? Now, a press, there is color break. So, a press will help it. And it almost extends here too. A press will help it, but right off the bat, I can just say, oh, that's a much better view of the crease, okay? A press will help it, but not much, I don't think. To be honest with you, here's how I'm going to start. A grade of a 6.0, it will not have that, okay? So we can just go ahead and go below a 6.0, all right? Now the colors are great. There is some little bit of issue here. You can see it. The staples are good. That does seem a little lower than usual, I think, but I think we're good there. There is, and I know it's going to be hard to not focus on this, but let's try to. Let's see here if I can do it even better. There you go. You like to see it this way. For me, it's backwards. But looks like there's a little bit of a little indentation right there. There's some spine ticks. You see? Now, I have a lot of old books. The top, oops, here we go. The top is pretty clean. There's a little bit of color. You can see it. And we also have, the corners are okay. I mean, there's just a little issues. I mean, again, the book is so old, But overall, I bought this book because it was bright. And I wanted it for myself, and it's clean. I know this is there. Yeah, that's a shame. Now, the back is probably even a little bit worse. Now, you can really see the flaws with this lighting, especially against the white background, and the light is really bright. You can see the staining, a little bit of staining here, a little bit of something here. It's almost like a little bit of a crease. There's something here that's not a tear. Let me see. No, it's just like a deep scratch here. But overall, it's dirty. Now, with a press and a clean, some of this might get out, okay? There's something here. Overall, it's okay. But I still think we're under a fine because of this and some of the staining. Now, I've had like 5.0s that look better than this. And I guess it just kind of depends. So let's go ahead and look at the interior. Now, when I read it, I was really careful. It's definitely, they might give it a creamed off-white, or they might just give it an off-white. I'm going to go with the cream. There is some stress on that staple. I don't want to mess with it too much because, with this age, that thing could just rip right out. But the staples are still intact. The pages, in all honesty, excuse me, are, just looking at that red coming through here. The pages, in all honesty, are they're great. I mean, look at the color of the art. There's no, I don't see any tearing or anything like that. I mean, maybe here on the cover, you can see it, the first page, but the book itself is nice. I love the John Romita art, man. It's so good. We're going to go to, I'm thinking this is a creamed off-white, for sure. I'm just going to go ahead and flip through. I mean, look how beautiful the art is. All the ads. It's a complete book. Let's see if I can find the staples without. Alright, we're getting close. We're getting close to the staples. But what a gorgeous book inside. Here's the staples right here. They look really nice to me. They're original. There's a slight tear by the staples right here. It's kind of hard to see. We'll just go ahead and keep going. Just so you can see the entire book. Because a lot of you probably have never seen the interior art of this comic itself. Ooh, I didn't like the way that fell. I think we're still good. It's so dangerous to flip through these books, honestly, because the staples might not like. There's the classic. Now he jumps at the Green Goblin and attacks him. The Green Goblin ropes him up. See, and that's the classic cover. And I'm sure you guys have seen it forever. And here's the final scene where they reveal each other, where Goblin reveals himself to him, so they both know who the identity is now. Such a key book. All the ads. The back cover's okay. This is a real tough one for me, and because of the staining, and that looks like a slight tear here. I don't want to lift it. Oh, I'll lift it up. Let's see. No, it still seems to be intact. It's more like a scratch. Besides that, and this, with a press and a cleaning, I bet I could probably pull anywhere from a 5 to a 5.5. But in this current condition, I would probably say it's so tough on these older books, but I would say a good estimate would be a 4 to 5, somewhere 4 to 4.5 to be safe, because I like to be safe. So with a press and a cleaning, I very well could get a 5 or a 5.5, but I think it's just underneath the fine, which is a 6.0. But otherwise, let me switch back to my other cam real fast. Okay, I'm back. But you know, here's another tip. If for your older books, I would always suggest a Mylar. But you know, a lot of people use 2mm Mylar. I like 4mm. It's a little bit stronger. It's a little bit more expensive, I think, barely. But and it feels like there's a little bit more room. And I always put it in there. It protects your books pretty well. But basically, I want to hear your guys' input on this show. Now, remember, again, it's going to take time. I'll try to be more specific next time. But I thought you would enjoy watching and looking at an old book and getting a review on it too, especially a key like that, and seeing some of the internal art and learning a little bit about grading, or to watch someone grade a book. At least that's how I grade. But I'm for sure going to do next episode, which will be a week from now, of me grading 2 of the similar comics, the same cover, because I have multiples of everything. I'll tell you the quick brief story like I did at the beginning, and then I'll grade them side by side and show you how to spot a 9.8. Because honestly, in this time of age, for a lot of you spec guys and newer buyers, you want to know how to spot a 9.8. And some 9.6s, you'll be like, I thought that was a 9.8. So I'll try to be more specific in that video. So I hope you guys enjoyed. I would love to continue this series. Let me know in the comments if it's something you're interested in seeing, okay? Sick! And see you later.